Okay, I think everything looks good. I hope. Oh, every time that I go live, I'm like, is everything going to work? Oh, also, I decided that I was originally going to do Inazuma region music for this stream, but I am so tired. So I'm like, you know what? I need some Fontaine music. This Fontaine, um, both Fontaine and Nod Cry are two of my favorite region musics or soundtracks. And so I'm like, you know what? I need something to kind of keep me awake because I am so tired. Oh, I spent yesterday printing out all of these bookmarks ish, or not all of them, plus also some stickers. So that's what I'm going to be doing. They're not um these aren't all the bookmarks, obviously. There's so many. There's so many that I have to print out. Um but yeah, it's it's not okay. Just give me 1 second. It was just like OBS just kind of came up with like a warning being just like, oh, system's like overheating, and I'm like, that's not good. Um so I'm just double checking. I'm double checking my computer's health. I mean, I don't see anything. I mean, everything looks fine. IDK. I don't know what OBS is on. Hopefully that's not an issue. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, it's also hard where, at least with my computer, I unfortunately only have like 3 USB slots to plug everything in, so I can't plug like I'm streaming via my laptop, and normally with my laptop, normally what I end up doing is I have a cooling fan that sits underneath my laptop, and then I also have a ceiling fan that's going as well. And that like helps cool down the laptop to a reasonable degree. But I unfortunately only have like 3 USB slots, and they're all being taken. I know that my microphone like comes with like a USB and a USB and a USB whatever connection. I've never tried it with the USB-C or whatever it's called. I keep mixing those letters up. And I'm like, I don't have the brain power to like fiddle with things today. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm like, I also don't want to like accidentally break something and then, or like have something not want to work. Right as I'm about to go live. So yeah, I should hopefully be more awake in like an hour or two once the coffee kicks in. That's normally how everything goes, but yeah, I'm all over the place. But yeah, it's so I'm doing bookmarks. So the way that I do my bookmarks, because I make them myself, is that I take there we go. So like with my bookmarks, I print the backside on cardstock. I use the 110-pound cardstock from Hammer Mill. That's what it is. Hello, how's it going? I'm just making some bookmarks for my craft fair. And then I print the front side of the bookmark using vinyl sticker paper. And then I line both of them up using a light box, technically, aka my iPad, with a white screen. And then I line them up so then they match, and then they're double-sided. So I'm like, the reason why I do it this way, and I don't know if there's any better way to do it, but at least I know when I first started doing my bookmarks, I had a really crappy printer, which at the time I did not know that it was crappy. But it didn't, like, when it comes down to printing on cardstock, it didn't like doing that. And so it was very, the colors were very dull and very desaturated, which I didn't like. But it printed on vinyl sticker paper, no problem. And like, they were like bright and the colors were saturated and it printed well, which is the reason why I do this. Now, the only downside to this is actually lining everything up correctly. So yeah, I'll probably get a lot of misprints, not going to lie. Over the years, I've kind of gotten a bit better, but there's still times where I'm like, oof, I did not do a good job. And then I know, camera okay? There we go. There we go. And then I also know that last night, so I'm also, it's been one hell of a busy month because I've also been helping my friend with her first craft fair, which is this weekend. Oh my god. My brain is now just like sinking into me, being like, oh, her craft fair is in like 2 days. It's going to be on Sunday, and so I know that I've been helping her. She does a lot of crocheting, and so I'm more of the stationary person, and she's more of the crocheter person, and so I have all the tools and stuff, like the really fancy printer, the really fancy like cutting machine, and she doesn't. So I've been tasked with making her business cards. So all of last night I've just been printing and cutting her business cards. So there's like 80 here. Just printing all of them out. And then I also trim off just a little bit of the sides as well. Because there's the way that the business cards the paper is that it's a little fluffy on the edges. So it comes in like, so I'm just using like a typical like business card paper, and so this is how it is, and then I print it double-sided, and then you kind of just fold them and then they'll come apart. But when I do that, the edges are a little bit fluffy and she doesn't like that. So I have to go around the edges and cut like a sliver of it off. So that's been what I've been doing all of last night. It's been fun. And then also just making And then like in between doing that, I've been printing and cutting out all my bookmarks and like sticking them all together. And then once I cut these all out, I will be laminating them, which is something new that I've just recently started to do. Because the something that I've known for like a little bit, but just didn't know how I wanted to fix, was that when you the vinyl sticker paper can kind of be easily scratched or like marked up. Not necessarily like if you try really hard, you can scratch off the ink. But it does get marked up very easily, and so I know that I've been trying to figure out the best way to stop that from happening. Which I've then come to the realization that I just have to laminate them. So that's that. And then I do have a few stickers left to cut out. Definitely not all of them. But yeah, just some more stickers. But I kind of want to focus a little bit more on my bookmarks for today. And then I also make my own tassels for my bookmarks as well. So majority of the tassels have already been done, but I do know that I still need to make a few more. That's fun. And I will be right back. And I'm back. Okay, let's start. Sorry. I am not fully here, apparently. I'm getting distracted by every little thing. Okay. For a hot second, I was like, wait, how do I do this again? I really like this this design. This design's really fun. A really cool design. Hmm? Yes. No, I'm doing this incorrectly. Okay, there we go. Now I remember. And I also think what I'm going to do is probably do the same thing that I did yesterday, where I know with my stickers, I basically cut them. Maybe? Hmm. Maybe I take this off. I have a white sheet just to kind of like protect it because um sometimes the, the needle, the blade sometimes gets stuck into these grooves, and then it doesn't like it. So I think I'm going to actually replace this. This is just cardstock that I use, that I cut a little bit of. Boop. Um, Also, I have paper like everywhere in my room. I have two types of sticker paper. Because when I was um, hold on. Let me. Brain is not functioning today. I can I can tell. I knew that it was going to be a bad brain day when I woke up at like 6 o'clock with a song stuck in my head, just on repeat, which has not happened in a hot minute. That was fun. I just kept it like for whatever reason it was just on repeat all the time, and then I would like fall back asleep, and then I would wake up again with the same song stuck in my head. Ay ay ay. But yeah, the for the longest time, I used to use online labels sticker paper. And I loved it. It was really, really great. And it was their waterproof matte sticker paper that I used. No, I did it again. I did it again, I swear. But yeah, it was the online labels matte sticker paper. And like I would only buy like, 100 sheets at a time. I know one time I bought like 200 sheets of sticker paper. It was all fine and dandy. And then I ran out of sticker paper. And I don't know if I just never noticed it or if they like switched, or if they did something or something changed. But I put 100 sheets of sticker paper in my cart, which like totals like $100. Basically, each sheet of sticker paper is like $1, which is expensive. But then I put it in my cart, and I looked at the shipping total, and the shipping total was $90. And I'm like, I am not paying $200 for 100 sheets of sticker paper. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So I've been on the hunt for different kinds of sticker paper off of Amazon, as one normally does. I think everything's good. I just need to find the file. If the file is open, but I can close half of these files on my Silhouette thing. But yeah, so I've been on the hunt for different types of sticker paper, and I've tried out 2 brands. I've tried out 2 brands. I can't remember the brand. And they've been fine. I know that one of the brands, hold on. There it is. So essentially what ended up happening is that I tried out 2 different sticker brands. And I tried them out using my old printer, which I didn't have access to like a lot of like enhanced color correction things. Nor was my printer very good on paper. So even if I wanted to do very saturated colors or whatnot, like I can't on my old printer, because if I did that, I would have to then buy a new cartridge of ink. Okay. There we go. Oops. Okay. Ink. I'm fine with that. We'll try those settings and see what happens. You're not going to want to register. Whoops. There we go. But yeah. And I can tell that the coffee is finally kicking in. Okay. Yeah, so for the longest time I had an Epson. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell that the coffee's kicking in. Holy crap. I can actually think. I can think now, and I can actually okay. This okay. Not bad. It's a little scuffed on the edges, so I'm definitely going to have to do a deeper setting for that. But yeah, so I used to have a Epson, I think XP 950. And like I've had it for years. Like it's the first printer that I started like it's my first ever inkjet printer that I ever owned. And it served me well. But my god, is it not good on ink? First and foremost, not to like an EcoTank standard. It is like it's not good on ink. And you and you. Okay. And it was pretty much just like an it was pretty much just like an office inkjet printer. Like it costed me maybe like $200 at the time in 2020. And so when I was experimenting with different sticker paper, I did the sticker paper on the same setting, but one sticker paper just had much better results and the other one not so much. And so but the one that had better results was a thinner vinyl, which I've now discovered that I don't actually like. But at the time, it was kind of like it was the best that I could do. And because it's like even if I wanted to play around with the printing options, I can't, because if I did, there we go. That's not half bad. And I do the hole punch. I do the hole punching after I label it, or after I do the lamination. Okay. Down. Also have no idea where I want to put this. Yeah, so it's just that thing where even if I wanted to play around with printing options, I couldn't on my old printer because of how bad the ink usage was. And so I went with the thinner vinyl sticker paper. And I've bought like a whole bunch of it. But now that I've bought myself a new printer, I got it for Christmas. It's nice. But now that I have a new printer, which is much better on ink and can print like a lot higher printing quality, I've now decided to switch the brand of sticker paper once again to the other brand that I tested. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. I mean, makes sense. I normally just play Genshin Impact. And so I'm assuming that majority of people wouldn't necessarily enjoy watching me make stickers, especially if they find me through my Genshin Impact live streams. Yes, that's what I'm doing, but that's all right. Yeah, I'll go like this. And it also like makes sense as well, because I'm also one of those people where like I'll have dedicated people that I watch for like dedicated things. Sometimes I'll venture over to like other people's like if I'm watching one person for one thing, sometimes I'll watch some of their other live streams, but it really just kind of depends. But I'm working I'm currently trying to get ready for my first craft fair, and due to that I'm super duper busy, and so I just don't have as much time to play Genshin right now, which is why it's making bookmarks, and then I need to there we go. Also, like sometimes people, I know that I'm also a lurker as well, within a lot of people's live streams, and so some people just don't like chatting in chat, and I feel them. I absolutely feel it. I normally watch VODs if I'm watching a live stream, but if I do catch like someone live, like it's always you know, on my TV and I'm doing something else. Type, excuse me, can you not? Ugh. Oh, that's the problem that I did not anticipate. Okay, so then next one I have to take this down. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Sucks, but it's fine. Okay. There we go. I think also what's happening with my music is that because I'm tabbed out of, it's so interesting. I think because I'm tabbed out of Spotify, it doesn't play the next song until I tab back in. I think is what's happening. That one. Here we go. Then I know, so on top of working on my own craft fair, I'm also helping my friend with her craft fair. And I also know, I'm not, but yeah, so I've been tasked with doing a few different things for craft fair. And one of the things is uh uh getting some chairs. Like she has some chairs that because the venue's just like, oh, you need to bring your own table and chairs and canopy and stuff like that, and you know that's fine. And she has a table and she has a canopy, but when I went over to her house and I sat in the chairs that she was going to bring to the craft fair, I'm like, yeah, no, these aren't good. These aren't comfy chairs. If you're sitting for, you know, 5-6 hours, I don't know how long the craft fair is going to be, you need comfy chairs. And I know that I had some, basically, I don't know how to describe them. They're basically camping chairs, or like they're chairs that you take camping, but they're not the ones where you kind of like fall into and they're not like the classical camping chairs. Like they're really, really nice. I almost want to say that they're almost like director chairs. Like that, but just not high. Just not tall. But yeah, so I've been tasked with, like, I had to bring them out of the garage anyway. And because I'm going to use them for my craft fair, which is fun. Except that they've been chilling in, yeah. There we go. But they've been chilling in the corner of the garage for years, I think, at this point. And due to that, there's a lot of cobwebs and spiders. And I hate spiders. Absolutely hate them. And don't worry, I'm not going to go into too much detail because, gross. I don't want to relive the trauma that I've experienced while trying to clean these chairs. But yeah, I texted her. I'm like, hey, you know, you're so damn lucky that I'm using these chairs for my craft fair and that I have to do this anyway. Because if this was only for your craft fair, like, I ain't doing it. You know, you would have to come over here and you would be the one cleaning them. Cause I like, no. Like, I'm not doing it. So that's been, I think that's been, yeah, I hate it. I hate spiders and I hate bugs. So I hate bugs to an insane degree. And that when I was a kid, so when I was a kid, we would go on family camping trips. And my mom loves to hike. And so I know during these camping trips, we would go on a few hikes. And there was one time where we were on a hike, and I think we started the hike or whatever, and there were just flies and bugs everywhere. And I know that I got so scared that I crouched down into the fetal position and screamed for like, I think 20 minutes. And my parents left me there, left me on the trail, walked to the waterfall for like 20 minutes, came back, and I was still there screaming. I think I finally went to the car or something like that. And they during their hike, or during that part, people heard me screaming, and I know that they overheard some people saying, "Oh, it sounds like someone's getting mauled by a bear." So I screamed so loudly, and so, like, I screamed bloody murder to the point where people hiking thought that I was getting mauled by a bear. And that's how scared of bugs I am. Like, I hate them so much. So that was fun. And I know that, like, I think it was like the first time that I ever had like an adrenaline rush too. So it's like I got to the car and then I just passed out because I was so tired. Hello, how's it going? I'm making some bookmarks for my craft fair. And I'm also helping my friend with her craft fair. So I've been tasked with getting some stuff ready for her craft fair. It's been fun. Mine is in less. Mine's in a week today. Ooh, that does not make me nervous at all. Hers is in 2 days. That's fun. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. Lots of stuff that I need to get done. And I know, so like, I'm doing my bookmarks, and then I also did my stickers yesterday. I still have a few stickers left to do. But yeah, I'm hoping, I would like to get everything printed and cut out essentially by end of tonight, or at least majority of it, because I still have a lot left to do. More so, like, I still need to paint my display cases. So I've gotten a few wooden display cases that are just like normal untreated wood color, and so I'm painting those dark brown. I've done 2-ish so far, and I have a third one that I need to paint. And then I also need to take photos of some of my products and create listings for them on Etsy, because I have a Etsy I have an Etsy, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I have an Etsy store, and the great thing about this is that you can link your Square account with your Etsy account and then import all of your listings to Etsy, or from Etsy to Square, which has saved me quite a bit of time. And thank you. I really like how my bookmarks turn out as well. I also love the designs. I need to make some new designs as well. I've kind of been neglecting my bookmarks. I've been kind of solely focused more on my notepads and my memo pads, as those are newer additions to my store. But also, what one is this one? This one. But I know that I would like to I wonder, actually, can I split screen this? Is this possible? Yes, I can. Okay, that's great. Sorry, so I have music playing from Spotify, but what I'm finding is that every time that I switch to my Silhouettes cutting program, it like stops the music, or it just doesn't play the next song, which I find super duper interesting. But I think that it's just because I'm tabbed out of Spotify. And so I'm like, ooh, can I just split screen the Spotify webpage and then also my Silhouette cutting machine or program? And I can to a certain degree, but hold on. Whoops. What I want. I can make this smaller. Then bring this over. No. Just maybe not. Just need, or I could just have it not in full screen. That's what I could do. Okay. There we go. I think I figured it out. We'll see. We'll see how this works. There we go. That doesn't want to. There we go. Okay. There we go. Is just scraping at the bottom a little bit. maybe. Oops. Oh, you know what? It might be. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to like remember because it doesn't save your settings. Like the silhouette cutting program doesn't save your cut settings to the file, or it might, or what, I don't know. It might not, but I don't think it does. And so I'm trying to remember what settings I normally cut my bookmarks on. But I also just bought a new blade. And so that has affected my my settings because I don't need as much force or blade depth as I normally do. But I think what it is I normally do 2 passes on it. I think that that's what. So I'm like, for me, it's like, oh, like it feels weird that I have to do like the blade depth at like 8 or 9 because normally I never go that high. But I think that that's what it is. Guess we can try to do 2 passes on this bookmark and see how that does. So like normally they pop right out, and that's where I'm like, I'm kind of confused. Then if that's the case, turn it down to 6 and 30 and then do 2 passes. And we'll see. We'll see how that works. If that does anything. Hey, how's it going? I'm making some bookmarks for my first ever craft fair. Yeah, see that's what it normally does, and that's I think where I got confused, being like, why is this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, now it's starting to come back to me. What how I normally cut these out. Okay. Okay. Also, I didn't eat breakfast, and I kind of just want to have like I kind of want to eat something, but I don't want to touch the products while I'm eating because that's gross. And I also don't want to get anything all over the products, so I'm just going to take like 5 minutes and eat my sandwich. I'll probably still be here. I'll probably mute the mic. So then I don't think they'll pick up anything, but just in case, I just want to mute the mic. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for like 5-ish minutes, but I'll still be here. And like I'll like unmute the chat, or I'll mute my mic to like still talk to chat and stuff like that. So yeah. Dead ass, I totally forgot that I had a camera on. I was like, yeah, I'll just, it's fine. Ugh. But yeah, I have McDonald's because it's Friday. It's Friday. Why not? Also, I was so tired this morning that I'm like, I can't function. I could not function this morning. I dead ass. I think there was a moment in time where I just stared off into space, and I was like, and I'm like, what am I doing? So yeah, so I'm like, whatever. It's also going to be interesting with my craft fair as well, because it's a night market, and so I thought that it was going to be good for like my first like ever market, because it's only 5 hours, so it's from setups 3, and then the market opens at 5, so it's 5 to 10, and then takedown is from 10 to 11. So I thought that it would be a good thing for like my first market, because it's not going to be too long. Like, I didn't really want to do like almost like an 8-hour market or anything like that for my first one, just because I don't know how I'm going to feel, I guess. Like, I don't know how draining a market's going to be, or how things are going to work, and I don't want basically the thing is, I don't want it to be where, the first few hours I'm like super duper high energy, and then halfway through the market I'm like super duper low energy. So I thought that a 5-hour market would be good. And then also, I'm also not a morning person at all. So the idea of having to get up at like 6 or 7 to be at the venue for like 8 o'clock in the morning, to like set up for 2 hours until like the market opens at like 11, does not sound appealing to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do like a 5 o'clock, like a 5 p.m. market. Gives me some time to like, do some stuff, make sure that everything is ready and things like that. Before the market, the last little, bits and bobs. And then also, but also sometimes my brain, like, I mean, obviously like today, sometimes my brain just does not function in the morning. And so I would like to actually be functioning before the craft fair, and get everything, make sure that everything is good and ready to go. And yeah, so I decided to do like a night market of sorts. And then I also like another thing that I want to do. I know that I've already done a mock setup for my craft fair. So like I've taken out the table, I've put the tablecloth on, I've created all the like I put together all the display cases and like even put products on those display cases so then I can get a idea of what my table is going to look like, and just in case there's anything that I want to like grab or anything, like if I want to move anything around or if I need to get anything else for it for my table. And I know next week, because one, I'm not going to have time to do it today, plus also it's a little bit cloudy, and I set up my stuff outside just because it's easier. It's a little cloudy today, and the weatherman's just like, yeah, it could rain in the afternoon. So I don't want to chance it. I don't want to take the risk of setting everything up and then the rain starts coming. So I know, and I'm not going to have time tomorrow either, and obviously I'm not going to have time on Sunday. So I know that I will probably do another mock test of my craft fair table probably next week, which definitely makes me a little bit nervous because essentially like this is it. Like this is, if I need to grab anything, it's either A, I can grab it from the store, or B, I'm not going to have it. So it's very nerve-wracking. And then I know that my table looked a little sparse. Like it looked, granted I didn't have all my display cases because I had to buy some more. And so I'm kind of nervous that my table will look a little empty. So I'm trying, I'm like, okay, hopefully it doesn't. If it does, I need to figure out how to not make it look so empty. Like have a lot of like empty space. So either I might have to offset a few things, like instead of having things directly, so basically, let me back up. Basically, I'm going to have 2 wooden display cases on either side, which I'm planning on having those be on risers. So then there's height. And one of the display cases is going to hold my notepads, and the other display case is going to hold my bookmarks. And then directly underneath those, I'm going to have where my notepads are, I'm going to have my memo pads. And then I'm also going to have my, and then below my bookmarks, I'm going to have my art prints. And then in the middle is where I'm going to have my stickers. So I'm just going to have to play around with if I want to offset some stuff. So like, have my notepads kind of be closer to the end of the table, and then have my memo pads be kind of like offset from that to kind of fill in the void. Because there's definitely a lot of void. There's a lot of empty space going on with my table when I first set it up. So that's something that I have to figure out. I also know that I'm going to have like a little about me section on the table, and then also my business cards as well is also going to be on the table. So that's going to be, which wasn't there when I did my mock test. So hopefully everything will look good. And then for it's also going to be interesting for next week's streaming as well, because I'm probably going to, like, I know for a fact that I'm not going to stream on Friday of next week, because that is my craft fair. And yeah, that's not going to happen. And then I know I'll probably also not stream on Thursday, just because it's the day before the craft fair, and I just want to make sure, you know, if there's anything that I need to get done, because some of the stuff for the craft fair, like, I can't do on stream. So if I need to do things that I can't do on stream, I don't want to necessarily restrict myself to streaming and then having to figure out where to go, or like trying to like squeeze in the things that I still need to get done. Tuesday is going to be interesting because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do on Tuesday. I think it depends. It's going to really depend on how much I can get done today, how much I can get done on Saturday, and then also how much I can get done on Monday. I would really like to do like another Genshin stream on Tuesday, so that way then I can finish up the events and anything else that I need to do that's like time sensitive. But if I feel like I'm behind on so many different things, especially stuff that I could do on stream, then it's going to be another craft fair prep stream. But yeah. I'm just going to wash my hands and then I'll be right back. And then we can get back to cutting notepads, or not notepads, bookmarks. Okay, now I'm back. I'm back fully. Let's get to making more bookmarks. It's so interesting. So like I also have I mean, if you can't already tell, sometimes sometimes I wonder, but it's so yeah, so it's quite interesting because I also have like ADHD, like fully diagnosed and also medicated. But it's so there's days where I can feel my medication setting in, and today's one of those days where I'm like, huh, I can actually, you know, an hour after taking my meds, I can actually function, and I'm actually like you know, I can have cohesive thoughts, and I can do more than one task at a time. crazy. Um, it's also hilarious because I got diagnosed later in life. That's honestly fair. I know granted I got extremely lucky. I mean, yeah, I would say that I got extremely lucky. I was put on Concerta. Um, like I was put on I think it's Concerta or something like that. It was like a fast release medication, and that's I think I was on like 20 megs, or not megs. Maybe it's megs. I don't know. Like I was yeah. I was put on that, and I know that I took it once, and my thoughts were racing so bad. It was like, and I couldn't, it wasn't even like thoughts racing. It was also the fact that I couldn't remember or even form like cohesive sentences. Like, I forget words all the time, but when I was on that medication, I could not tell you what I was trying to say. And so I took that once, and then went back to the doctor and was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. And then they put me on Vyvanse, and that's what I'm on, and I'm on 40 megs. I know that I was put on, I think 30 for the first time, and then 40, and then I also bumped it up to 50 at one point because I just wanted to double check that the dosage was correct for me. And then I'm like, yeah, 50 isn't working. I'm going to go back down to 40, and that's what I've been on ever since. I know. Normally what I end up doing is holding it down. Well, I try to. I try to at the very least. I don't know. I think that will probably be a B grade. I want to put that. Whoops. Yeah. But it's actually quite interesting because I didn't get diagnosed until later in life. I got diagnosed. So I got diagnosed in 2020. I vividly remember that because it was during COVID, and I had an in-person, or not in-person. I had a phone call with a doctor, and I'm telling him, my history and all this stuff, and he's just like, yeah, you have ADHD. And then I only just got medicated about a year to 2 years ago. Yeah, I know. I think, like, I know that when I go see a therapist as well. And I know my therapist, when I was like, yeah, I'm thinking of like going on like meds. She was just like, yeah, like it can take like, an average person can take like 4 or 5 different meds before they find the right one. So like, if you don't find the right one first, then it's it's fine. Why are you doing that? Oh, that's why you're doing that. I know why. I keep forgetting to take that down. That's why. So interesting because when I do it on this one, it doesn't do that. Weird. Yeah, and I know, okay. Uh, oh, you know what? That might be it. Yeah, and then I also recently I also felt like, again, like a year or so ago, um basically got um like we were testing for some other stuff, and so I had to do like a major like questionnaire and stuff like that for the doctor, and they come back and they're just like, yeah, so like on top of like ADHD, you also have like depression and anxiety. I'm like, yeah, I could, yeah, I know that, but also now it's been confirmed and I've been diagnosed with that. So that's fun. Oh yeah, I know. Um, I mean, so far, yeah. Damn, that really really sucks. Not gonna lie, like it. I feel like that shouldn't happen. In all honesty, is like it's life saving. You know, it's life saving medication. Um, like there shouldn't be like a supply chain issue. Um, there's this. Yeah, it's like that is uh it's so interesting, um going from being like unmedicated to actually being medicated. I know I was scared at the beginning to be on meds, because like, you know, it's hard where I'm like, I don't know how this is going to affect me. I have no idea if it's going to work or not work, or you know, make my life harder or not harder or whatever. And I know that uh there's been like a few people. Is it doing this again? Sorry, sometimes my Billet program freezes, so it's just going to chill. Um, but I know talking to like a few people, like some people are just like, yeah, like, you know, they didn't like the meds because it made like it made the voices stop, essentially, like where it's just like your head feels too empty or too quiet. And that's something with Vyvanse that I like, where it doesn't it doesn't quiet the voices too much. Like it takes away all the background noise. Um the noise is still there, but it's like I like the analogy of, you know, your brain's just like a browser where you have like 25 different tabs. Two are frozen. One, you know, there's music coming from somewhere and you don't know where, um and that sort of thing. And so for me, it feels like it feels like the meds have closed some of those browsers, but hasn't closed the entire browser. Um, and I also know that I before I was medicated, I had a lot of issues with like switching between tasks. So, which is like the hyperfixation. So I would sit here and I would just be so focused on one task that I can't. It would take me like 2 or 3 hours to like disengage from my current task and then re-engage with a different task, which has made it which made everything that much harder to do. And so at least with the medication, for me, it's like I can easily switch between those tasks. And I also know, um and it's also something that I know as well, that I used to do. I don't do it as much anymore, and then if I do, I try to like clock myself on it. Is getting angry. So something that my therapist has said is that with ADHD, when you're switching between tasks, because you're so stuck on that one task and you can't switch to another, people with ADHD, or at least some people with ADHD, use anger to then disengage from one task and re-engage with another, because for whatever reason that emotion just allows you to do that, because you get so angry that you're just going to do it, and then there's no like, you know, it's just like head empty anger type thing. And so I know, hold on, hold on, my silhouette thing is being weird. And so I know, whoops, here we go. Switch it? Thank you. So I know as a kid, like I was angry all the time. But because now I can switch between tasks pretty effortlessly, I don't get angry as much anymore. And then if I do, I try to like I try to recognize that, and I'm like, okay, let me, you know, let's not do that. I want to do, oh, there goes my camera. Oh, hello. Hey, how's it going? Just give me 1 second. My camera battery died again. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's at least hopefully that's going to be the only time that it does that for this stream, because so I have two battery packs for my camera. One of them is dying, so it doesn't hold charge for as long as it should. But well, kind of, it's basically it's a win-lose situation where yes, it doesn't hold charge as much as or as long as it should, but on the flip side, it doesn't take forever to charge. So and I know yesterday, or I know before I started stream, I put in the good battery pack in for charging, so then that should be fully charged. I think what happened yesterday is that I had the good battery pack in my camera, but it wasn't fully charged. And then I swapped to the bad battery pack, and that doesn't hold charge as much. And then because that doesn't hold charge, yeah, but because that doesn't hold charges as much, it didn't give the other battery pack enough time to charge up. So and like I know that I need to buy like a new battery pack. There's so many things that I need to buy. There's so many things that I need to buy. Also, my silhouettes thing should be back up and running. Turn it to 6. Do I want to turn it to 6? Maybe I'll do it 6 and 29, then do 2 passes. And we'll see how that does. But yeah, I need to buy a new battery pack. It's on my list of things to do to buy. It's just hard where it's just like it's $60. It's like one battery pack's like $60, and then I'm like, ooh, well, if I'm buying one new battery pack, I should technically buy 2 new battery packs, because the battery packs that I have that I'm using currently, they came with my camera, and that's like over 10 years ago. So I'm like, I should technically do like replace both. That's gonna be like $120. And I'm like, ooh. Part of me is just like, should I, should I spend? Oops. Okay. Maybe I don't do. Okay. I'm going to change how I'm doing this. I think maybe just go up to 8. Do just like 32 and then do 1 pass. We'll see how that does. We'll see how that does. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. And then I also know that I need to, technically speaking, essentially what I need to do is just buy a dummy battery pack. So then it tricks my camera into thinking that there's a battery pack in it. Yeah. 'Cause it's I think that's what you need to do. What? Hold on. What are you? What? That's not what I wanted. What is going on? Hold on. It should pause. Oops. Why? Can I go design? Oh. Why is that like that? Hold on. Oh, I understand. Okay. Sorry. Silhouette just gave me like a weird error that I've never seen before. And I'm like, this is strange. It basically said like, oh, part of the design is not within the cut areas, and so part of the design won't be cut. And I'm like, what are you on? But no, I understand what it's doing now. Basically, at least with this design, it's weird that it didn't give me that error message the first time that I cut, or maybe I just didn't see it. But with this particular design, I just imported the image with like a white background, so technically technically the border of the paper has a cut line in it, which is really weird, but it's whatever. I guess we resume. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. It immediately jumps to the corner because it's like, oh, that's where we need to cut next. No. Okay. I'll probably reassess the bookmarks after. I know with this one, like this one's a B grade because the design is not, whoops, it's shifted over. So something that I've figured out after doing a few of them is that I try to line them up more centered when I'm trying to line them up, but what I need to do is line them more up to the, like, this corner of, or technically what I need to do is line this paper to meet this corner instead of being more in the center, because for whatever reason the designs, something that I found is that the designs are more like this way and not like centered. I have no idea why, but that's just kind of what I've kind of figured out. Yeah, so some of them, like this one would be obviously like a B grade. I need to figure out what I want to do with my B grade bookmarks because I have a crap ton of them. Like, I love, this is like, and this is also something that I'm having a moral debate over. Not necessarily a moral debate, but just trying to figure out what I want to do in the future, because as much as I love making my own products, like, it's not sustainable. Like, in the regards of, if I want to scale up my business or anything like that, I can't, there's going to be a time where I'm not going to be able to do this. And I know that at this point, my thought process is that I always want to at least be making 1 to 2 types of products within my store at all times. So whether that's just me making all of my stickers or making my stickers and my bookmarks or whatever, and then outsourcing the rest. Because I know with like my notepads and my memo pads have taken me about 2 weeks to do. In terms of printing and cutting and gluing and assembling all of them, because my notepads especially take me a long time to print and cut. So just on the cutting side, it takes me about an hour to cut a full notepad, and that's me doubling up on the pages as well. So I know that I have 5 notepad designs, but I've only been able to make 3 notepads per design. Whoops. Which is not a lot. And it's definitely something that if I want to do more craft fairs or even like larger craft fairs, 3 notepads per design isn't going to cut it. Oops. Thank you. It's not going to cut it. I need. Okay. I'm going to need. I'm going to need to make way more than that, which is definitely an issue because I don't want to sit here and spend 2 weeks or longer making, notepads, just notepads. So there's so many other things that I want to do. And so I know for me, it's like, as much as I love making my own notepads, depending on how this event goes, I may just need to outsource. That's definitely be great as well. And so, oops, I keep doing that. That's not what I wanted. I do you. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Just answering text message. Trying to plan everything. Just one more second as well. It's busy, but also I'm like, oh, okay. But it's also I don't like going silent unless like I tell people, because I feel like that's a bit confusing, being like, oh, did like something happen, did something disconnect or whatever. So I'm like, I want people to be like aware that I'm like, I'm still here, I'm just, you know, off screen doing something. Plus also, at least at that point, you'll kind of let people know roughly when I'll be back too. Like I don't want people to be like, oh, she's been gone for like 30 seconds, is she coming back? Like how long is it going to be? Like 5 minutes? Is it, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of like my philosophy, where it's just like, you know, kind of, oops, so weird that it gets caught up at the top. Can I wiggle this out? Kind of, but not really. I mean, that's B grade anyway. That is so shifted over. Like, this is what I mean, where it's just like, it's very shifted over. And it's like, part of me is like I feel like people can tell, especially because the design's kind of getting cut off from here. If the design wasn't getting cut off from here, then I feel like it would have been fine. But yeah. Like, definitely, I know that was something that I'm like, I definitely need to push the design over a little bit. This is, and it's like going back to like the topic at hand. Like, I know that before I did my notepads, I was like, the first thing that I'm going to outsource is these bookmarks. As much as I love making them, they're a bitch to make. They're fine. It's just that there's just a lot of B grades. Like, I would say at least like half of the bookmarks that I make are probably B grades. And it's like, it's fine if I could sell them as B grades. But I know, like, right now, granted, I need to list them on Etsy. But they just don't. But I'm like, if I can't sell the B grades, or the B grades just don't move as much, then I'm just like left with a whole bunch of bookmarks just chilling. Especially as that number grows over the years, and then also when I have to make a whole bunch, like right now, I get a whole bunch of B grades. I know that it sucks because on Etsy you can't do mystery packs. It's against their policies on Etsy. So I know for me, it's like, it would be really cool to do like a mystery B grade, stationery pack where, maybe there's like, a bookmark or two, and maybe like a sticker, and maybe something else, that sort of thing. But, or even like do like a mystery B grade bookmarks pack, but I can't do that on Etsy, so it kind of like limits my what am I doing? Oh, thank you. There we go. Okay. Yes. So I'm like, I know. Yeah, no. So I know with some of my stickers, I am going to list basically sticker packs where there's like 5 stickers, like 5 stickers in one pack, and then each photo just shows like what stickers people are getting, and then people can choose what pack they want. Because I have a whole bunch of B grade stickers that I also would like to try to sell. And it's like, it's hard where sometimes I feel like I'm super duper picky with a lot of things, where I'm like, ooh, this is not like 100% perfect. Okay. I don't know if that's someone trolling or if that's like a legit concern. So far, like, OBS is saying that there's no dropped frames or anything like that. Whoops, nope. Keep forgetting that there's a camera right there. I was like, yes, let me, also, uh, this is how much of a Genshin fan I am. I've done my entire wallpaper and my, my things, my, app, icons as different Genshin stuff. This is how much of a Genshin fan. And then I know that when I I know that I had an older phone, and the case that I had was Genshin themed as well. Okay, I'm just... Okay, hold on. There we go. I deleted the message, but I'll keep an eye on stream just to see if there's any issues. I mean, so far... But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Like, I don't see any... There's nothing that's saying that anything's, like, wrong or anything like that. So hopefully it was just a troll. But I'll keep an eye on it, just in case that there is some sort of issue. But yeah. Okay. Also, there's something else that I can look at. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is saying that my stream health is fine. So, I think it's a troll, but I just wanted to... Yeah, okay. Also, I'm like, dude, I know... Uh, this. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to figure some stuff out. Okay. There we go. Nope. Okay, just give me one more second. Okay, sorry. I'm now back. I just wanted to I'm going to safely assume that it was most likely a troll. But I just wanted to double check everything just to be on the safe side. And I am unmuted. Cool. But I also, you know what? Hold on. I'm also still trying to learn my like moderation settings and stuff like that for like both YouTube and Twitch. So what I want to do, I think what I'm going to do is, can I? There we go. Okay, hopefully that is now fine. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that disruption. Holy crap. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to safely assume that that was a troll. But I just wanted to be on the safe side because like if there's an issue with stream, then I definitely want to fix that issue. I also just wanted to fix that issue if I needed to. But I mean from like I was watching, like I looked at all of my settings and I'm just like, everything says that it's good quality. All that YouTube says is that, you know, maybe I should like up my audio bit rate, which is interesting. I will definitely like look into that later. But even just like playing it playing my stream on my phone, it sounds fine. So I don't know what the dude's on. Probably just a troll. But also because I have chat on screen, I try to, like, on YouTube, it's different things where I'm trying to like figure out all of the moderation settings, because I know on YouTube, when I do stuff, or basically I'm displaying chat on screen using a third party app. So it's connected to both stream, or both YouTube and Twitch. But I know that sometimes, depending on how I do things in different what's the word? Also, can this in different oh my god, hold on. Thank you. Sorry, the Silhouette app would not let me click the correct cut lines, and I was struggling there for a hot second. But if I don't do things in the correct order, sometimes the message just wouldn't delete on the actual third-party app, which is the reason why I cleared chat. Because I'm like, I don't really want that message to be displayed. This looks all good. Hey, how's it going? I just used Live2D to rig my VTuber, and I rigged it myself. So I also follow a tutorial that I found online on YouTube. Legitimately just like look up like how to rig your VTuber in Live2D, and it'll probably be like the first video that pops up, not going to lie. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. I was like, it paused there for a second. It was like, why is this? Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it took me like following the tutorial, it took me about a week to rig the VTuber, but that's also this. Hold on. I feel like, you know what I should start doing? I should start making notes. Yeah. I need to shift it over. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, thanks. Oops. I'm going to start taking notes. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just answering another text message. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I got Ella distracted there because I need to start taking notes. I should have done this like a long time ago. I need to start taking notes of certain designs. Like with this one, I need to have the design more over closer to the right side of the paper and not to the left, because that's what's causing this issue. And then I know other designs are going to be like that as well. So just because I'm always like, oh, I'll remember next time, and then I never do, and I forget. But yeah, and then I opened my notes app to add that note, and then my friend texted me back being like, since she does a whole bunch of crochet stuff, but she also makes wearable items, and so for her craft fair, she got a stand-up mirror so that people can then try on like her shawls and stuff, and then go to the mirror to see how it looks on them. But the mirror legs are a little bit too tall to fit in her truck, and so she's sanded down some of the. So she sanded down the legs a little bit, so that it would better, so then it would fit in the truck. But then, but because she sanded it down, it's taken off the finish, of the paint and stuff like that. So she wanted my opinion on if she should restain or at least like repaint it. And whoops, and I told her, yeah, like she should do something with it, whether that's like restaining or repainting or whatever. Yes, send it. So she wanted my opinion on that. Okay. Slow and steady. We're getting there. I have about 5-ish more pages for the bookmarks, and then the rest are stickers. This? Why is that not? Did I? No, I didn't. Weird. Okay. Did not cut the entire thing all the way through, which I find fascinating. I know my other blade was doing that as well. Doesn't sound right either. Yeah, no, okay. Spot on. where did I put that tool? Okay, I'll be right back. Well, I have no idea where I put that tool, and my room's a mess because everything's everywhere. But essentially, what it is that it opens like the little circle thing here. So then you can expose the blade. So I'm thinking that maybe there's like some sticker residue that's preventing the thing from going down. But I can't find the tool to open it up. So hopefully, hopefully what I did fixes it. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Yeah, I know that my last blade was doing that, and it was part of the reason why I'm like, ooh, it's probably time to just like replace the blade because I haven't done that in like ever. I'm really bad at replacing things, apparently. But yeah, no, it's definitely it should be working now. Um Here we go. Maybe I will turn. Oh, that's okay. Can I? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm like really bad at replacing stuff apparently because I've just replaced the blade to my Silhouette cutting machine. And I have not done that at all. So the blade that I've been using up until I would say the last week or so was a blade that came with my machine, which I got this machine 3 to 4 years ago, give or take. Yeah. This work a little bit better. Yes. Okay. There we go. At least with these designs, I've been getting pretty good. I've lined them up pretty well, because I know that this design tends to be a bit more problematic than some of the others. So anything that is that's like basically straight up and down or centered is a pain to cut out because it's very easy to tell when something's off-centered. And so especially like this design, with this design, what also makes it one of the hardest designs to cut is that the words death, if because it's so close to the edges, you can tell when it's off-centered. Because either like one side is too far, is being cut off, or the other side's being cut off, or sometimes the words will look tilted almost. And so I know, thank you. I really like this design. It's quite popular as well. I know that I would like to do something similar, but instead of a spider lily, I would like to do a death moth. I've been wanting to draw a death moth for a long time. For quite some time. I know since I drew the Luna moth, which was a few months ago, I've been wanting to draw a death moth and like a few other moths as well. I was planning on making it an entire collection, and then after drawing, I think I drew 2 or 3 Luna moths, and after that I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a break from drawing moths. And then I've not drawn it since. But I would like to have a skeleton hand with a death moth on it, and then I also would like to do a skeleton, like a skull with some spider lilies as well on it. So I know the other day I've kind of planned out a few more drawings that I wanted to do. I know the last little bit the last few months I've kind of been drawing a a bit more what I would consider lighter stuff. Yeah. The stuff that's like more stuff that has like more color to it, or that's a bit more brighter is the only word that I can describe it. It's more brighter and a lot less and more lighter. And I know that I've kind of been itching to kind of get back to my roots on some of my drawings, where I kind of want to draw a little bit more witchy stuff or like a little bit more gothic stuff. So I've like sketched out if it will show up. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm planning on doing so I sketched out a few ideas uh the other day, and I want to do more. I know that something that's been that I've kind of been itching to do is a stamp collection. So like have some stickers or either like a sticker sheet or whatever where I just design cute little stamps. And I'm thinking of potentially making it more like a witchy themed um kind of sticker page. It's also it's a little, I mean, kind of. It's a little too early for um making like Halloween products, but also in my mind it's never too early for Halloween products. It's also uh it's also, I know that I designed like all of my Pride collection in like April, and to me that felt pretty early, but I'm also really glad that I designed it that early, because I, especially in May, I just ran out of time. Like I just did not have any time to actually do anything to actually like draw. So it's nice that I had done quite a bit of new drawings in April for Pride. Um, oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Um, okay, there we go. Yeah, so I know that that's and I know my next adventure into product making is that I want to make some sticker sheets. It's been on my list of products to make for a while now as well. It's just that I've never really had an idea for a sticker sheets, because it's like like I wanted to do like say like a moth sticker sheet where I feature a whole bunch of different moths. And that's fine and dandy, except that I have to draw all the moths. And sometimes I don't like that. Sometimes I don't want to do that. You know, sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to draw one thing and then I want to move on to something else. Yeah. And so it's so for me it's like, oh, like drawing like, you know, 3 or 4 different moths or you know, things for like a sticker sheet. Because it's like their collection of different items just never really sound appealing to me. It doesn't. Like for me, I'm like, yeah, it sounds like something that I could do, and then I get halfway into it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't really want to do this no more. So I know that I'm planning on at least doing. I want to do a Zodiac sticker sheet, and then I also want to do a potion bottle sticker sheet as well, because I've been drawing a lot of potion bottles. And so there's that, and then yeah, some other things as well. Like I think that the stamps would work really well as a sticker sheet as well. I don't necessarily know if I would do them as die cut stickers, because I feel like I could do quite a bit of them. Whoops. Granted, this was going to be a B grade anyway. Most of these are B grade because of the way that I did things. Part of me is like, I knew the risk. Normally what I end up doing is, because I can do with the vinyl sticker paper, I can get 4 of the front side on one sheet, and then I just print out two of the back sides. And so normally what I end up doing is doing like 4 bookmarks, and then at a time, and then do the next 4. So that way, then if pieces like this where, you know, I didn't line them up correctly, then I know that the next batch that I can line them up correctly. So there's that. But I took a risk. It's more of just like all of them. More of just like the constellations. Like I'll probably just have a sticker sheet full of the constellations. I know that I've been I also been making these as well. Oops. So they're potion bottles with the constellations inside. I've made 2 so far. And then I know that I wanted to do potion bottles for Pride, so I kind of just stopped working on the Zodiacs potion bottles. But I really like how they turn out. So I want to go back and make more. But it's hard because there's like, I think there's 12 Zodiacs. Yes, there is. And I am also, same thing with like my Pride potion bottles. Like I don't want to just have them all in the same potion bottle. So I want to make different styles of potion bottles, which then basically is me having to redraw everything like 12 different times. And you know, and again, like after the first or second time, you know, after like, you know, after like 2 or 3 times, I'm like, yeah, I'm over this. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to finish those. But I would like to do that. Why is there? Oh, that's why. Um, and I would also like to. I also wanted to do a monarch butterfly as well for Pride, where the wings are rainbow. But I just did not have time. So I know that that's also something that I would like to. I would like to do like a butterfly slash moth sticker sheets. I also wanted to do like a flower sticker sheet as well, or like vines. So it's like I have so many ideas, but I think part of it's that thing where I don't necessarily know if I'm going to if I'm just going to make the art for the sticker sheets, or over time I'll just slowly but surely draw stuff and then turn all of my drawings into sticker sheets. I don't know. Also, we're done with the bookmarks for now. I've done all the ones that I've prepped and that I've printed. So now it's on for stickers. I think what? 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 That's a Yeah, the cat's now up and she's demanding pets and to be out and to be let out. What's the big stretch? Oh, okay. There we go. Um, how do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to do these three and then probably do two and then two. I think that's good. And it's there's also going to be interesting because this design's also problematic because of the spaces in between, like the white spaces in between the flowers. Sometimes those don't get cut all the way through, but I'm hoping with the new blade it it will cut through, hopefully. I don't know. So we'll see. There's that. Nope. Clean that thing again. That's quite annoying. Well, I just need to find the tool. I put the tool somewhere. Don't know where. There we go. Yeah, that's quite annoying that it's doing that. But I think it's just a sticker residue, probably just getting caught up into the blade that's preventing the blade from coming down. Also, I don't know why it's cutting like a circle at the top. What is... Yeah, I don't see like any sort of like circle or anything like that that's at the top. Weird. Weird. I don't know why it's cutting it like that. Well, at least I can tell at least I can tell that it's cutting it now. Oh. For a hot second I was like, wait, is it doing like 2 passes? Because it shouldn't. Okay, let's see the damage done. Okay. It almost... Okay. Is there... Yeah, there is. So I think what I'm going to do... I think that I'm going to revamp this design. Because it's just not doing what it needs to be doing. One, I want to... So, something that I've kind of like learned over time is that I need to put almost like a bleed around the sticker, or else it doesn't... sometimes it'll miscut, and then there's like the white edge, which I don't like. I know that there's going to be like a white edge regardless, just because of the way that the backing, like the backing's kind of is, but like I don't want there to be a white edge. Is there... a white edge? Yes and no. Yeah, there is. How interesting. I think, I mean, one, I still want to put a bleed on it. just so that the white edge isn't as pronounced, like on the edge of the butterfly. Like the edge of the butterfly, it's a little bit more pronounced of the white edge. So normally I put a bleed around all of my stickers that has like that has a darker background, but with this design I didn't. And then also what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to get rid of the holes in the flowers. Like you can see how like it's kind of like it's cut out. I'm just going to fill that with black, and then it doesn't have to cut those edges. That's where a lot of the B grades kind of come into play. Is this area, because the machine, the blade just doesn't want to cut it properly, or it like miscuts it, and then it'll create like here it's like torn a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, like that's not supposed to be torn like that. So yeah, so I think I'm not even going to bother cutting out the sheet. I think I'm going to go and fix that and then reprint it and then cut it out again. And you know what? If I do that, yeah. I think also if I'm going to do that, then I want to brighten up the flowers a little bit. Because the this was, so I a while back I tasked myself with trying to learn the art principles, or the art Funimation. No, not Funimation. Art fundamentals. Funimation does not exist no more. It hasn't existed for quite some time. Or I keep getting the TikToks where they use the opening sound to the Funimation anime studios. They're just like, yeah, there's like a whole generation that has no idea where the sound came from. And I'm like, damn, that's really sad. But yeah, I wanted to learn more about the art fundamentals, and so I was learning like I was trying to learn values and shading and stuff like that. And that was kind of like the first drawing that I did when I was trying to learn the fundamentals. So there's definitely some things that I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to go back and like redo, or not necessarily redo, but like refix. I think that the values can be better. And I definitely want to brighten up those flowers a little bit more because they're quite desaturated, which I don't like. Now this is going to be an interesting cut also. Oh, hello. That is quite strange. I've never had any of the paper do that. It's not even sticky. Oh, it's not even sticky. As the further that you go in, it's stickier. Oh, that's strange. Are all these? No. Okay. Cool. For a second, I was going to have like a mini heart attack, being like, "What the hell?" No, it's just this design. Okay. So probably something got into it and separated the paper, and then it probably just dried out overnight. That's fine. Yeah, and I also know with this design, like I get issues right on the wing as well. So I'm going to cut this one out a little bit power to hopefully see if maybe that fixes that issue. There we go. I think, in all honesty, is because of how problematic this one tends to be. I think I'm just going to print or cut one at a time. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Turn this down to, say, 3. Everything else looks fine. So we'll try that. We'll try that, see how that goes. Oh, I don't know why, but now all of a sudden I'm starting to cough a little bit more, which is not good. Ooh. Okay. And it still has issues in the corner. Oh my god. Maybe. I will. Can I? I'm just going to play around with the settings. Can I? Okay. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I need to regroup them. And I'm going to tape this one down. Don't. And I'm going to tape. Just to be on the safe side, I don't want that to lift up. Let's try this one. Let's see how this one does. Oh, that's also what I was going to check up too. So I have an Amazon delivery that's going to arrive today at some point. So I'm like, ooh. When I checked it this before stream, it's just like, oh, it's not even out for delivery. Ah. Okay. Now what I'm going to do. I'm going to test this. Basically what I did is that I increased just like a smidge the white background on this. to see if maybe that would help. But I'm going to try it with the original background and see if just by slowing down the machine, if that will help. Because it's like if I don't have to increase the whites around it, then I don't really want to, because that's more work. I'm like, if I can just, if it's just because the machine's going a little too fast, then I'm more than fine with slowing it down. Send it. That's also good to know in the future as well. It's like if I have anything that's kind of cutting almost a little bit wonky, or if something's getting snagged a little bit more, then turning down the machine speed might be the way to go if this fixes the issue. Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely fixes the issue. Okay, good to know. Also, yeah, I don't think I need to tape any of them down. Just going to do the next one. That's really good to know, because I think I know these ones are also tends to be a bit problematic with the edges, like with it basically doing the same thing as this. But in here, it's doing interesting. Now it's doing it again. I don't know if it's maybe just because it's not. Oh, oh, that's right. I was like, oh, the wing's like weirdly cut in half. That's not. Yeah, that was from the first try. Okay. So if that's the case, I'm just going to keep these down on these. If that might help. And I'm still going to do them one at a time. I could probably do two, but I don't want to risk it. There we go. At least I at least got two that are usable. I swear to God, I think I cut this design, or I think I printed and cut this design about 5 different times at this point. Just because of that one specific area. I mean, this one. Still doing it, but not as bad. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. And I also know that I have I drew a side profile of the Lunamoth as well that I still need to print and cut out as well. I mean, I'm getting somewhere with the stickers, with the stock. It's definitely weird going from like printing and cutting my notepads, which took me so long, to now like printing and cutting stickers, where it's just like, oh, I actually have like 5 stickers just on one sheet of paper. And it doesn't take me that long. It's such a weird feeling going from like something that just took me like forever to cut and print, something that's now basically taking me like an hour. And I have a lot more stock of it too. Oops. Can you not? There we go. How many did I print out? I only print out... I print out more. They... Oh. Okay. On to the next one. Also, where are we within this place? Oh, there we go. I was like, I scrolled up and down. I was like, wait, where are we within this playlist? Okay, we're definitely getting near the end, but that's fine. That's fine. I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did, where I'm just going to print out, or not print, cut out one by one. I want to do... Oh, wait. Oh. Ain't that something? So you can save your presets on silhouettes. That is good to know. Like, I was just like reading the settings for like I don't know how many times, and I saw the little save as, and I'm like, oh, I could save it as presets. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, at this point, I pretty much have everything memorized anyway, so give or take. I say that as I struggled with my bookmarks. There we go. Okay. And I know there's a few other designs that I need to print out. So I know that I have a side profile of the Luna Moth, and then I also have oh, why it's doing okay. Such a problematic design, but it's so cute. And it's like moments like this where I'm just like, you know, maybe I should just outsource. Like, I don't want to, but then it's just like, I've printed this design like 3 different times and I've been cutting them out, and it's like, it has such a high flaw rate. Hold on. Sorry, my cat wanted to be back, wanted to come back in. Okay. But yeah, like the design has such a high flaw rate and stuff like that, that I'm like, part of me is like, part of me is like, maybe I should just outsource it. And that's gonna be an issue, isn't it? I don't know. It's also that thing where I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. And I don't know why it's snagging. But it could, you know, it's also probably just because I'm not cutting them the correct way. That could be part of the issue, where because my mat is not sticky and they're not actually sticking down on a mat, that could be the papers shifting. I feel like this one turned out fine. I don't know. I don't know. And then yeah, there's a few other designs that I need to I still need to print and cut, and I know that I was trying to do that last night, but it just kind of, it was a little bit overwhelming because I was trying to do like 3 things all at once. I was trying to like print out, like I would print out I would print out like 1 or 2 of my bookmarks, then I would like print out a sticker, then I would print out my friend's business card, and then I think I was doing like a few other things on top of that. And so it just kind of got too much. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with printing out the bookmarks. Because my thought process is that I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket, essentially, where I much rather have a lot of, like, I much rather have a variety of products, and not have a lot of one specific product. So it's like for instance, I much rather sit here and print out all of my stickers, but say only have like 5 of them in stock, versus printing out 5 of the stickers and having 20 in stock of that one particular sticker. And like the reason being is because I don't know what people are going to like. And so if I only do like say 5 designs, but no one likes the 5 designs, and I've made like 20 per design, then I'm left with all these stickers. Whereas if I have a variety of products, then I can, you know, there might be, you know, 1 or 2 stickers that people like, and maybe there's like a few that are popular, that sort of thing. And so like, and so that's kind of like my thought process. And so for me, it's like I kind of went all in on my notepads just because they take so long to do. But in this case, I kind of want to split my time between my stickers and my bookmarks. Like, I don't want to sit here and get all of my stickers done and then move on to my bookmarks. I much rather sit here and do some of my stickers, some of my bookmarks, and then at the end kind of do the kind of like worry on creating more stock or like printing out more things. Okay. Then here we go. Then sitting here and getting all of my stickers done. Cause yeah, it's like if I get all my stickers done, but then I run out of time to do my bookmarks, and I just won't have bookmarks, which is just like a huge thing where I'm like, that's like part of my display, and so I'm like, I want to have the bookmarks. Yeah, and then I was also thinking of potentially doing I don't, why is this okay? Everything wants to be tabbed in all at the same time. Really? Really? Ugh, the camera died again. Give me 1 moment. Okay. As annoying as the camera is that the battery keeps dying, also there we go. Okay. As annoying as the camera battery that keeps dying, I much rather have a battery, or I much rather have that than the camera overheating. So at least with the battery dying, I can just like change out the battery and then continue on with what I'm doing. If the camera overheats, that's a whole other issue, and not an easy fix. So as annoying as it is what it is. Yeah, I know that I have I've pretty much printed out and cut out majority of my stickers. I know that there's a few that I want to add more stock to. And then there's some that I just need to completely like print out fully. And then also, yeah, so I figured out that the reason that the music keeps pausing is because Spotify wants me to be tabbed into the window. And so anytime that I tab out of the window, it doesn't necessarily always pause the music, but it sometimes does. And then I have to re-tab into the window. So that's fun. But at least I figured out what that was, what was causing it. Okay. This design is all done. It's so weird because it's doing this here. Why is that doing that? Is it? Yeah, even here too. How bizarre. I've never had that happen where the beats are splitting. Huh. Interesting. I know I'm probably not going to. This is I know, like I just purchased this sticker paper, and it's a sticker paper that I used before and that I enjoyed. But I'm probably not going to. If I can find a different alternative to it, then I will probably switch. I know that there's like a koala sticker brand on Amazon that I'm going to test out the next time that I order some sticker paper, because I know that this one specifically, it's good paper. Like I think out of the two that I've tried so far, it's the best one out of the two Amazon brands that I've tried. But I know that I just purchased this, and since I'm doing like the craft fair, like I'm on a tight deadline, and so I made sure to like order any sort of like paper or anything that would take like a long time to come in, pretty much at the like halfway through the month of May, or no, actually technically like the first week of May is when I ordered it. So then it would have essentially like a few weeks to get, or a couple weeks to get here, and then I can, create all my products. And so I ordered this sticker paper, and it was like, oh, estimated delivery dates is I think May 12th to like the 14th, which I'm like, okay, great, awesome. That gives me a good chunk of time to receive the paper, to print everything out, cut everything, that sort of thing. And then the 13th and the 14th came along, and it was nowhere to be seen. I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I know when I first purchased this, I know that there was like an estimated delivery date, and then Amazon was just like, oh, like we missed the delivery date. It'll come in like the next few days. And so that was also part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I need to order this as soon as possible, because I don't know if that was just a fluke, or if that was like if that's going to happen again. Yes. And so I ordered it, and I'm like, okay, like if there's like you know, if Amazon doesn't deliver it, if it's like delayed by a day or two, it's fine. Because I had enough time to because I'm like, I gave myself enough time to receive it and so forth and so on. That if there's any issues, it would be fine. And so the delivery date was, or the estimated delivery date was May 13th to May 14th. And so May 14th came along, and the package, oh, whoops. There we go. I forgot that I was doing this good at a time. See? But yeah, the estimated delivery date came and went, and my package was nowhere to be found. I'm like, ew, that's not good. And then Amazon gave me another estimated delivery date of May 20th. And I'm like, May 20th? That's like a week and a bit away. And I'm like, you know, I'm fine if it was going to take some time to get here. You know, that's whatever. And it's like, I gave myself extra time to make sure that if anything like this happened, like, it would be fine. But to have like a week off from the estimated delivery date, that is insane. That is like insane, especially because it's like, if it was a week, if I knew that it was a week off from the estimated delivery date, I would have ordered it a lot sooner. And so then it would have arrived a lot sooner. Because I was thinking that it would only be delayed by maybe like a day or two, not by like a week. Oh, and then, so May 20th came and went. It still wasn't delivered. It finally got delivered the next day, which was May 21st. I'm like, so not only was it delayed, not only was the original shipping date incorrect, but then the second shipping date was also correct, or was, yeah, also incorrect. And I'm like, I can't sit here and have, you know, I can't sit here and play a guessing game of when this sticker paper is going to arrive, especially if, you know, something unexpected came up and I need it to be delivered, or like I'm like if I have a much tighter deadline that does not allow for like a week, or not even like a week and a half of delay. Like I don't have that time. And so I know that I'm thinking of potentially testing out the Koala brand of sticker paper as well. And kind of seeing how that goes. And it's also dependent on dependent on how much oh, that, I don't know why that scared me. Okay. I don't know. It just sounded, the machine made like a weird sound. I was like, wait, hold on. What's going on? Please don't tell me that you're correcting or heading crooked. And it's also that thing where if I continue, I mean, obviously, like, I'll continue to make my own stickers. But like, if I need to make like 50 stickers of each design, and like I'm using, you know, say, like on like let's say like I'm using like 200 to 300 sticker sheets of paper, then I'll probably just end up biting the bullet and going back to online labels and paying that ridiculous shipping price. Because the thing is that with Amazon's sticker paper, it's fine, but if I need to bulk buy anything, like, it's fine if I need like, say, like 100 sheets or even like 50 sheets or whatnot, it's fine. And it's, I mean, it's also cheap enough paper where it's like, if I need to buy, oh, there. Oh, hold on. Oh. Oh. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Hold the phone. Hold everything. Oh my god. So before I started stream, I was like, Silhouette gave me like a message being like, oh, there's enough space on your drive. It's fine. And I'm like, what do you mean space on my drive? Like, that doesn't make sense. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Is there stuff that I can get rid of my recycling? Things in here. No, it's not going to make a dent. No, it will. Maybe. Empty recycling bin. So anyway, it basically, basically Silhouette was just like, yeah, you have enough space on your C drive to continue to use Silhouette. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, didn't think anything of it. Yes. And then Silhouette just gave me an error message being like, you need to free up space on your C drive to continue to use Silhouette. I'm like, and then I go into my storage and it's just like, yeah, there's like, you know, 300 megabytes free. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Whoops. It's probably what it is that it's I do local recordings of my live streams, and I have not taken those off and put them on a external hard drive. But I'm seeing if there's anything that I could like delete right now, so that I don't have to go and fetch my external hard drive and plug that in. So I really don't want to do that. But it's taking forever. Yeah. I was like, as soon as I say it's taking forever, and then the video bar just like jumps. I'm like, yes, okay. Yeah, it's 100% my videos. Okay. At least I emptied out the recycling bin on the computer, so that freed up like 2 gigs. Oh my god. Installed apps. Why? Oh my god. I swear, one day I really need to go through all of the files on my computer and move them or delete them. Why is the installed apps like 500? What? I mean, I know that Genshin takes up a ridiculous amount of space. Anything? No. Okay. Okay. But yeah, so like the installed apps take up, I have a 1 terabyte hard drive space, which also, mind you, trying to find a gaming laptop that is like below, like within like the $1,000 range, and trying to find one with a terabyte of hard drive space it's so hard. I always, when I was looking for my gaming laptop, I always got a good laugh when the description of the gaming laptops is just like, yeah, it comes with like 500 gigs of storage, and that's plenty of enough space for all the games that you need to install. And I'm like, These people have never played gacha games in their life. That is half of that gigabytes are going to go towards just one gacha game. Like 500 gigs, no, not going to cut it. And then yeah, my videos take up almost 300 gigs. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Ain't that interesting? Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, because I normally like to do the local recordings on my laptop, and then so what I think I'm going to do is actually end stream early, like a little bit early, like it's like 5 minutes early. Granted, I was also almost finished the stickers anyway. I had like 3 sheets left. But also I need to deal with my storage on my laptop before I can probably load up Silhouettes. I can probably load up Silhouette again, but I would then want to do, if I continue streaming, then I would want to do a local recording, which will eat into my disk space. And then also, yeah, I think that that's what I'm probably going to do, is just end stream now and then deal with the space, with my computer hard drive space. It's like I'm going to need to get my my external hard drive. I need to find it, actually. I need to find that, plug that in, and then move all of the files over, but I don't want to do that with a camera on. Granted, right now the camera's not, you can't see anything on my laptop, but I just want to be safe, where I don't want to accidentally have any sort of personal files be shown, especially if I need to, especially with my laptop, how it is, it's kind of far from me, so I would want to pull it closer. And yeah, and then it's already getting, it's only like it's like 2:55 p.m. So I would just be ending stream like 5 minutes early instead. Which is, I mean, it's also, but yeah, also I love this song so much. But yeah. I love this song. This song is like one of my favorites. But yeah, I think that that's what I'm going to do, is end stream. And then, so next stream is going to be kind of up in the air. I'm going to do, I'll see how much I can get done today and tomorrow and all that stuff, because Tuesday, if I can swing it, it would be a Genshin stream, so then I can finish the events, and that sort of thing. If I can't, then it will just be another craft fair prep, and then I won't be streaming at all. That would be the only stream for next week. I won't be streaming Thursday or Friday of next week, because of the craft fair. But yeah, it's been, I feel like today, I don't know why, but I feel like today was a bit more chaotic than last stream. I don't know why. But yeah, I think that that's what I'm going to do. have a nice day, and I will see you all next time.